Liftoff will start in T-minus 10 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We have ignition.
It's time! 17 seconds from Game 7 or from championship number 6. Jordan open. Chicago with the lead. Harper got a piece of it. It comes off. The Chicago Bulls have won their 6th NBA championship.
Tying run at second, 2 out. Palmero over the head of Jenks. Uribe charges, throws, out! And the White Sox have won the World Series.
To the far side around the 8-yard line to Hester. Under it and to the middle with the 15 to the 20, breaks free of the 25 to the 30, to the outside, 40, midfield, 40, 30 to the coast, 20, 15, Hester 5. Oh! Touchdown!
Toward Bryant. He will glove it toward Rizzo. It's in time. And the Chicago Cubs win the World Series.
What up? What up? What up? Welcome to Shawn and Maya in the morning on this Christmas edition, House Music Monday edition, Bears Victory Monday edition of Shawn and Maya in the morning. I'm your boy, the SuperBack, Shawn Sierra. Thanks for tuning in. Hey, listen. I want to wish you a Merry Christmas today, first and foremost. Okay, first and foremost, Merry Christmas to everybody who's watching. I appreciate it. It's a special time. Today's a good day because one, I woke up, so that's a start. That's for start. And there you go. 2, it's Christmas. All right. It's always something nice about Christmas. 3, House Music Monday. 4, big time Bears win yesterday. Ugly. Let's not get it twisted. It was ugly. Okay. It was ugly. However, a win's a win. And we'll talk about that today. We have a lot to talk about today. A lot to talk about today. But listen, if you're watching us on Facebook Live, well, then I guess you found us on Facebook. And if you're not watching us or not following us on Facebook, what? Listen, go to Facebook, type in Sports Zone Chicago, click the like button, and now you're following Sports Zone Chicago. Simple. But wait, there's more. Go to the show's page. Go to Shawn and Maya in the morning as well. Like that page on Facebook. So not only will you be following Sports Zone Chicago, but you'll be following Shawn and Maya as well. If you're watching us on our YouTube channel, excellent. And if you're not subscribed to our YouTube channel, for real. All right, listen, go to YouTube, type in Sports Zone Chicago. Okay. Click the subscribe button. So I also need you to do is click the notification button. That's the little bell. That's the little bell that's right next to the subscribe button. And that'll let you know anytime a show from Sports Zone Chicago is going live. All right? Get it? Got it? Good. Now, if you're watching us on our mobile app, wait, you didn't know we had a mobile app? Come on. Listen, we have our own mobile app. What's wrong with you? Man, listen, wherever you get your apps from, and it doesn't matter. We all get it from different places. I don't care if it's iTunes, Google Play, Amazon, Walmart, Kmart, 7-Eleven, Zayre, Zemsky, Macy, Montgomery Ward, Venture. You go there, you type in Sports Zone Chicago, you download it. You take us with you on the go. So not only do you get Shawn and Maya in the morning 3 days a week, not only do you get our other live shows throughout the week, not only are they archived there like they are on Facebook and YouTube, but I'll tell you what, we give you a slew, and I mean a slew of articles, thanks to my man Clarence Council III. Big up to Clarence for keeping you abreast of all articles Chicago sports related. Now, if you're watching this on our Roku channel, well, I like that kind of party, baby. Listen, we have our own Roku channel. Yes, we do, Doctor. Yay. So listen, if you have a Roku television in the house, do us a favor. Download Sports Zone Chicago's channel. Put it smack dab in the middle. You know how to download it. You've downloaded everything else. You've downloaded Paramount Plus. You've downloaded Stars. You've downloaded Showtime and Netflix. Well, Netflix usually comes with it. But Prime and Disney and Hulu and Max. You've downloaded all of those. Download Sports Zone Chicago's tile. Put it smack dab in the middle. And watch us on the big screen. Heck, we're on the big screen right Mickey Ficky now. Now, if you want to tweet the show, you can tweet us at Sports Zone Shy. That's CHI at Sports Zone Shy. Now, if you want to follow me, just me personally online, you want to know what I did? Well, let me tell you what I did. You want to know what I did? Well, here's what I did. I made it nice and easy for you folks. Nice and easy. One handle for Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat, and TikTok. All one handle at the Shawn Sierra. If you want to follow my lovely co-host Maya Akai, you can follow her on Facebook and Twitter at the Sports Chica. If you want to follow her on Instagram because you're an IG and you do it just for the gram, well, just follow her at Maya _Akai. It's MAYA_AKAI. We have a phenomenal show for you, man. I am fired up. Phenomenal show. But I need you to get interactive. So whatever platform you're watching us on, whether it's Facebook, whether it's YouTube, whether it's our mobile app, leave a question or comment on that platform. Guess what? It'll come up here on the screen in a thread, and I will put it up onto the screen. We'll incorporate it into the show, and that, my friends, is what makes this the best morning Chicago sports talk show around, and that's you. So keep them all coming, baby. We want them all. Questions, comments, smart-ass remarks, because ain't nobody scared over here. You know what The Rock said, baby? Don't sing it, just bring it. Let's see who we have in the chat line, because, woo, it is going nutso. My man, Armando Emeterio, Lara Jr., my man Junior's in the house. What's up, Papa? Man, crazy, crazy, crazy. How you doing, man? I appreciate you tuning in. Thank you very much. It's always good when you have. So Junior and I go way back. If you don't know and you haven't watched the show before, Junior and I go way back. 1997. 26 years. Yeah. Long time, man. Long time. We played ball together. Pardon me. So that's my man. Cornelia Squall's in the house. What up? Brian Hendren in the house. What's going on? Patty Lara's in the Mickey Ficky house. Good morning. Merry Christmas, Patty, Junior, the whole family. Mondo, Monica, Dito, Jeremiah. Thank you very much, Brian. Merry Christmas, Papa. I appreciate it. Don't ask me any tough questions. I want to think positive of you. Oh, you got jokes. Sean Walls, Merry Christmas to you too, sir. Merry Christmas to you and Ellie. Junior, I will tell her. I'll tell her afterwards. Yeah, I'm excited. Because listen, I don't know a lot about a lot, but I do know this. All right. More of the usual suspects will chime in a little bit as the show goes on because they're like, oh, he's on. Oh, what? You know why? Because at 10 o'clock, my man Eric Kramer is going to join us. We're going to talk about yesterday's game. I think Eric has made his position rather clear. He would change. He would change. He would go. I think we'll ask him again. I think he would draft Caleb Williams or someone else. No, yeah. I saw the Justin interview. You're mean, and we'll talk about that. And and you know, people, it's interesting. We'll talk about it. You know, it's funny. I didn't even see it till yesterday. So after the game, I went to my aunt's house because, my mom was there, and so Mexicans celebrate Christmas on Christmas Eve. All right, so we were over there after the game. I didn't get there till 8:30, 9 o'clock, give or take, and I actually just one of my cousins went out to smoke a cigarette, and another one went out. And I was like, let me go. It's getting warm in here. There's a lot of people in a small confined space. Like, I'll hang out with you for a second. I go outside and I had a whole bunch of notifications on Twitter. And that could be why I'm coughing. I have a frog in my throat. That very well could be. But anyway, I get these notifications and someone's saying, "Who's this asking Justin this question?" Blah 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 blah. And I was like, it was me, because they're like, "Oh, it's Dan Wiederer, it's this guy, it's that guy, it's," and I was like, "No, it was me." And it's funny. All the trolls come out, so everyone's like, "Oh, well, you should have asked Getsy. Don't try to bait him into this." I'm like, it's not. I wasn't trying to bait him into this. I wanted to find out if there's other packages. All right, if you don't know the question or what I'm talking about, it was, ask Justin Fields about um, uh, I appreciate it, John. Thank you. Um, I asked him about the short yardage package, and people looked at me crazy. And I got a lot of, it was nuts. It was nuts. Um, like people were, I'm trying to find it here. I'm trying to here. And one of the things that, Justin said something that was like, it's not exactly it, bro. Like, it's not exactly what you're saying. Like he said, the day I get a question from you, a positive question from you, will make me happy. And I'm like, it's not about a positive question, bro. It's about, it's about what we need to, the questions that I want us, the fans want to hear this. All right, real football people want to hear this. Okay. Here's what I asked them.
Issues you have with short yardage. Do you guys have a jumbo package? I know a few teams have borderline eligible this year.
Yeah.
Tight end, motion, whatever. Do you guys have anything in the playbook like that? Because a lot of times you have touch push, tight end touch push, pitch, all these cute fancy things, as opposed to just lining up and smacking somebody in the mouth. You have something in the playbook where you can do that and just say, "Hey, we're getting 1 yard, and you can't stop us."
Yeah, we do, but we just didn't run it, and yeah, that's all I gotta say. And the day I get a positive question from you is the day that I'm gonna be happy. So, yeah, we do have that, and yeah, we just didn't call it. The play call with Roshan, the 3rd and 1. Again, I like that play call. We just gotta block it up better and execute it better. Like it's that simple. So, yeah.
I thought that was the question. And and some people's like, well, you shouldn't ask him. You should ask Getsy. Stop being a coward. And I'm like, first of all, a coward. So it's funny. I knew the trolls would come out. Once I saw something positive, I'm like, all right, here come the trolls. And my question was, or a couple reasons. Okay. He's like, And it's so funny. Like, I don't think Justin understands. Like, I'm probably the biggest Justin Fields fan in that whole room. I'm probably the biggest Justin Fields. It's either me or Herb are fighting for who's the biggest Justin Fields fan. And who believes in Justin Fields more or the most in that room, me or Herb? I'm talking about Herb Howard from the Bigs. Big shout out to Herb Howard, who does a wonderful job covering the Bears for the Bigs media. But my question was this, is that we're tired. You know, like, we want to know with the cute third and short, okay? The cute third and short calls. Okay, and you heard him, the tush push, the tight end tush push, the pitch to the Justin Fields fake and running around the end, all right, and a missed block by Darnell Mooney. The pitch to DJ Moore, the pitch to Deontay Foreman. All these things on 3rd and 1, 4th and 1. Arizona yesterday. Detroit did the same thing a few times. Arizona yesterday reported a lineman is eligible 4 times. Number 69 reported 4 times. Now, it's a help for blocking. Why don't we do that? Like, we have this. And I wanted to, the reason I asked was, and if people say, well, you should have asked Getsy. Well, guess what? Getsy's not available to us on Sundays after the games. He's not available to us. Okay. So if I could get to Getsy, and unfortunately, it's a moot point. And this is the sad part. It's a moot point now because of the fact that Getsy's gone. So even if I'm allowed to get to Hallis Hall on Thursday and ask him that question, what does it matter? What does it matter now? Because he's out, he's gone. He's got out of town. But my question was to do this, to put into Justin's head, we have this. I shouldn't say, and I would assume Justin has input in plays. I know Getsy puts the game plan together, but if you don't incorporate your quarterback into your game plan and ask him, hey, what's this? Yeah, you put the game plan together, but then you said, hey, listen, what about this? What about this? What about short yardage? How you feel about this? Short yardage in the red zone. How you about if we're backed up? What do you feel? I've told you oftentimes, I want Justin to take more control of the offense. If a play comes in, it sucks. Let's change it. But I also want him to say, hey, listen, why don't we do this? Because I'll tell you what, you ask any quarterback, and I know Justin's a different one. He's a special kind. He's a special player. But if you ask any quarterback on 3rd and 1, how much would you like to be able to have a jumbo package to go and smack the dog snot out of anybody and get that yard? And then once people know about it, and then they still can't stop it, they stack the line, well, then guess what? Now you have plays off of it. You have the fullback in the flat. But what happens is I wanted Justin Fields to say, hey, let's do something might be old school, but let's do something that's effective. Let's do something that sets the tone. Let's do something that makes that people know, the defensive side of the ball knows like that's football. Like, these dudes are coming at us big time. Big time. They're coming at us. There's no cute, finessey things going on. This is 3rd and 1. They need this to keep their drive alive, and they're coming at us big time. I want that in his head. So with this offensive coordinator or next year's offensive coordinator, as long as he's still here, I'm talking about Justin Fields, he can say, hey, can we get a jumbo package? Can we put an offensive lineman, put him in motion, and have him? I want something. Bears fans would love it. And I'm not saying just to appease Bears fans, but that's who we are. That's who the Bears are. And to do it, and I'm not saying, and that's not cute. That is, we are bringing beef in on this play because we need 1 yard to continue doing what we're doing. We're on a path to score. We're on a 3rd and 1 or 4th and 1. We're getting this God blessed yard. And that's the mentality that I want Justin to have. That's the mentality that this team needs to have. They need to be They need a Mamba mentality, a MJ mentality, where we are going to destroy you. We're not going to beat you. We're going to embarrass you. And part of that is when we did that with the fridge, and the fridge was literally because San Francisco did it in 84. They had Guy McIntyre in the backfield, and they did it and kind of show up Ditka. Then the following year, Ditka put the fridge in. But nonetheless, that's a hell of a fullback. Now we have a fullback in Kari Blasingame who's underutilized. Why not have a tight end or a lineman who's reported as eligible in motion? So now you got a 300-pound guy in motion. You've heard me on here ad nauseum talk about this. Hell, remember Gabe Huey, the kid out of Pitt? I'm like, draft him. He looks like a sick son of a gun. He would love to be in motion and knock out and wham block a 3-tech, wham block or kick out a defensive end. Like, there are certain things about football that are changing. All right, they're doing their best to change the game, to protect the safety of the players. Okay. But there's still, football is a collision sport. And if we have to, and you know what it's like? It's like using a sledgehammer to kill a fly. You need 1 yard, but you're going all out. And you know what? That's okay. In football, that's okay. Because other teams, what happens is you build a reputation. Other teams realize, damn, here's what's happening. And then you know what happens? You know what happens? 3-techs, I wonder, am I getting trapped this play? Defensive ends are like, is he coming all the way through and kicking me out? Because once it's on film, now you see what's going to happen. But the thing is, you have him block and kick out more than one person. This time it's the 3-tech. Next game is the defensive end. Next game is the center. Oh my God. You know how crazy that would be? You trap the center? You trap the center, leave the fullback up there with Deontay Foreman or Roshan Johnson afterwards? Come on, man. There's so many different things. And the thing that bugs me about it is that their desire to destroy people is not there. The desire to see, when you play teams and you beat them, if I'm lying, anyone who's played football in here or sports, when we play you, I'm not trying to beat you. I'm trying to destroy you. I'm trying to send a message so the next time we play, you've already thought in your head, holy shit, here's what's going to happen. They didn't stop scoring. They beat us the hell up. It's going to get physical. And what happens is you get a psychological advantage before the game even starts. If you don't believe me, I present to you the 85 Bears. If you don't believe me, I present the 2000, 2001 Ravens. Did you not know you were going to get your ass whooped when you played the 85 Bears? Did you not know you were going to get your ass whooped when you played the Ravens with Ray Lewis and Ed Reed and Tony Siragusa? Did you not know that? Yeah, you did. Yeah, you did. Yeah, you did. So here's the thing that excuse me, sorry. I told you, I think that me being out there, I think that was that's why I got a little frog in my throat. That's fine. Well, we got to me, there's a way that football needs to be played. And I'm telling you, I love it. You mean to tell me if Chicago fans yesterday, if they come in and they see us, I mean, little, and I'm not saying the whole game. This is just short yardage. I need Justin to go deep. I need Justin run. I need quarterback runs. I need hands off to the running back. All right, in zone blocking, like Khalil Herbert had a great game yesterday. I need all that stuff. I need hits to the tight end. All the others are great. But when it comes down to 3rd and 1 to keep a drive alive, I need the other team to know it's about to be one. It's going to be a wrecking ball coming through because nothing's stopping us from 1 yard. We have a mission to score, and then to score again, and then to score again, and then to score again. And 3rd and 1 is not going to stop us. How many drives have we had stopped? How many drives? I mentioned them yesterday to Justin. I've mentioned them to you guys. The teams that I coached, the teams that I played on, 3rd and 1 was nothing. All right, we need to get this. Boom. We'll call it jumbo package. We'll go Ripper Liz. It's the mentality that I want. It's the mentality that they lack. It's the mentality that people aren't understanding that we need to play with. That mentality needs to be prevalent all game long. So it could be the opening drive in 3rd and 1. Your first 2 plays in, it's 3rd and 1. Guess what we're doing? There's no ifs, ands, or buts. There's no secrets. But that's just me. That's just me. And I want Justin to understand that this is Chicago. This isn't Georgia. Okay? We are built on, it's a blue-collar town. We are built on smash mouth football. And I get it. The game has changed. But there's instances in this game where smash mouth football is extremely beneficial. Extremely. And I want whoever the next offensive coordinator is to understand that. I want the next offensive coordinator, whoever that is, to embrace that. I want whoever the next offensive coordinator is to live that. I want physicality. If you ask the offensive lineman, hey, we're bringing another offensive lineman to go in motion. Nate Davis, you got the 3-tech over you. You block down, let him come through. He's getting wham blocked. Better than drop him into coverage. That's funny. But so that was the question that I asked, and then everyone's like, "Oh," and so you got the trolls, and you come in, and there's like, "Oh well." They come up with crazy stuff. One guy's like, "Oh, so you're as much of a reporter as you are we're a pro football player." I'm like, okay. And someone else is something like, you know what? To attack, I started laughing. I was like, that's funny. And some people, hey, if you had a legit and you came at me like someone with some sense, Cool. Let's talk about it. No problem. If you didn't like what I said, cool. The DM me, we could talk about it like men. But for you to be a little thumb thug and just pop up on Twitter and just say shit, come on, man. I got no time for you. I got no time for you. Because you have no idea what the hell football is. You just watch it. Like, the thing about it is, like, and I don't tell everybody. You guys know it, but I played football. Football has been my whole life since I was 10 years old. It's been part of my life. I started playing when I was 10. I retired when I was 40. And in there, I've had 15 seasons or so of coaching. So it's a little different for me. Okay? I talk football a little different. It's just football. I've had more experiences in football. I got 45 seasons of football in me. And not just watching it, playing it, coaching it. My last stint was at I was coaching college football, was JV at a prep school. Listen, let's take a real quick break. Have a very quick break, and on the other side of the break, man, we got a special guest. I know Eric Kramer's coming on at 10, but leading up to my man Eric, we got a special guest. He's chopping at the bit. He called me last night. Oh man, I'm not even going to tell you who it is till after the break because you're going to be fired up. You're going to be fired up. Let's take a quick break. Keep it locked right here. Shawn and Maya in the morning on Sports Zone Chicago.
Hey, it's your boy, the SuperBack, Shawn Sierra, and be sure to follow Sports Zone Chicago on all social media platforms, on Facebook, Instagram, and our Roku channel. You can find us at Sports Zone Chicago, and on Twitter, we are at Sports Zone Shy. Also, be sure to download our mobile app so you can take Sports Zone Chicago with you on the go.
Time out. How are you feeling right now? Happy? Excited? Angry? Overwhelmed? One of the best things you can do for your mind health is to name what you're feeling. It can sharpen your awareness and help you talk about your feelings with someone you trust. Here are 3 questions to ask yourself. Where are your thoughts right now? In the past, the present, the future? Do you notice any sensations in your body? Is your heart beating fast? Is there a flutter in your stomach? Or are you fully relaxed? What do you need right now? Time with others? Time to yourself? Remember, there's power in this awareness. So find ways to identify what you're feeling today.
Hi, guys.
Watch for him to get a part of this run game, keep some of these zone reads.
Khalil Herbert with the start and bursts into the secondary. Herbert with a first down.
Putting it on your running back.
Kyler Murray to throw for the first time. Pumps, pressure coming. He's in trouble and down he goes. Without DJ Moore on the field and on first down, Fields off play fake. Flush to the left, wants to load up, wants to go deep for Cole Kmet, who comes back to get it at the 21-yard line. On first
Maybe he's just a decoy and it's a run.
Taylor in motion, Fields under pressure again. He's going to run wide open path for 6. A touchdown ball on this 3-yard score.
Well, this is a crucial mistake in rushing past Justin Fields. You have to have rushers on each end at different levels, and you can't run past him. You can't get pushed by him. Excellent job.
Welcome back to Shawn and Maya in the morning on Sports Zone Chicago. Those clips courtesy of Fox. And you know what's funny? That was a great point by that analyst. How he says you can't run past Justin Fields. I asked Montez Sweat the same thing in the locker room. Like, how did you guys pretty much control Kyler Murray? And he said the same thing. Like, you can't go too crazy on him because that dude, first of all, he's about as tall as his damn Yeti, all right? And he's quick and he's fast, which for those of you who don't know, that's 2 completely different things. He can get up in there, get out, and he's gone if you don't maintain the pocket. That guy in that play didn't. Justin Fields stepped up, was able to score. But, man, my guy joining me for the next 20 minutes or so, I'm excited, man. I'm excited. He's another guy that I like bringing good football minds on here to talk. All right? I do. I really, really, really do. Man, he's part of the Barroom Network. And man, you know him. You've seen his breakdowns, and dude, his shit is growing by the day. Every time he does a breakdown, he gets more and more and more and more views because the man is good at what the hell he does. Man, let's bring him in. My guy, Coach T. Coach T, what's going on, Papa? Merry Christmas.
What's going on? Oh, Merry Christmas, man. Merry Christmas. What's going on, everybody? I was up all night, bro. So you gonna get it raw today. What's going on, everybody?
Dude, thanks for coming on, man. It was good talking to you yesterday. And the one thing that I really, and we talked last night, you called me when I was actually outside. That was funny. That's why I think I got this frog in my throat because I just had a little nippy out. But anyway, you talked about it, and my question to Justin was twofold. Okay, this is what people don't get. As coaches, when we ask a question, we do things. There's an initial reason for it, but also there's something down the line.
Right.
It's like setting something up.
Right.
And for me, it was Justin. I wanted, and I know Luke Getz is going to be gone next year. Okay. Right. And hopefully Justin should be here next year. But I wanted to, part of it was I wanted Justin to say with the next head offensive coordinator, like, do we have a jumbo package?
Right.
Can we, first of all, it's easier on Justin. I know Justin wants to make the plays, but you tell me what quarterback wouldn't like to have here. Let me turn around. There's an offensive lineman, 300-pound dude just ran by me in motion. So he's clearing the hole. I got a fullback behind me. I got Deontay Foreman. I got Roshan Johnson. Somebody else behind me who's got to come behind these offensive linemen and his fullback to get 1 yard. I ain't got to do nothing. I just, quarterbacks love that. And quarterbacks also love to dominate. And especially when they don't have to, they get to watch, and they get to watch the running back and offensive lineman dominate the line of scrimmage. The quarterbacks love that all day long. And I wanted to put that in Justin's head, like, hey, do we have a package that makes us physical that other people are like, oh shit, here they come, man. That was the main purpose of that for me. Talk to me about you heard the question.
Yeah. No, it's funny. I called you yesterday, but I want to take a step back, right? I want us to look at the macro. Kind of people don't realize, man, that was probably one of those. That was I don't know what they call it, the big moments, right? In life, right? There's a big moment. People don't realize how important having somebody. Shawn's my guy. You know what I'm saying? Y'all don't, don't mix it up. He's my guy. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna give him his kudos. I'm gonna give him his flowers while we talk about this. But fans are not gonna appreciate how big of a moment that was for the fans, for them, because for so long, one of my biggest irritations with that press room, with that media room, is you don't have guys that'll hold the coaches and the coaches accountable to the schematics, that actually know the schematics, and to make them realize that, hey, you know what I'm saying? What everybody recognize is the style and how you're supposed to play football, particularly in Chicago, and things that are commonalities, like common, basics of football. They don't have guys in the room that can really hold them accountable to doing those things. So it went over a lot of people's head because they listened to, the little bit of Justin's response and his kind of clap back. But the question was the most important thing. It was a very poignant question that it really was about Luke Getsy and holding him accountable to the style of football we play, right, in Chicago. I've been saying this for the longest. This is Chicago. You have to send a message early on that we're going to out-physical you when we want to. It's not up to you, right? So we should be able to walk up to a particular 3rd and 1, 4th and 1 play and point to the gap that we're running through, and there's nothing you can do about it. That is Chicago-style football, right? So I don't know if that's lost. I think with Justin, it was a little bit of, hey, you know what I'm saying? No matter what, I'm going to protect the locker room, protect the coach. But at the same time, the message is out there. The only thing that would have been better, Shawn, is if it was Luke up there. I'm telling you.
And Coach, you know what? So I got a lot of clapback from people like, "Oh, that you should have asked." Excuse me. You should have asked. That's a coaching question. You should have asked the offensive coordinator because you're a coward. You're this. You're that. And I was laughing. I'm like, and all I responded was, "Luke Getsy's not available after games. Otherwise, the question would have gone to him." And the reason I asked that because now when I do get to go to Luke, if I can get there on Thursday, okay. Like there's no saying, "Well, we don't really have that kind of package." I said, "See, there's a reason." Because if I ask him that. And he skirts around and lies and says, "Well, we don't really have that type of package, because we like this." No. Okay, cool. But now I got it from Justin. Yeah, we got that package. Okay, well, now that you got that package,
you can build on the question. You can build on the question. Why don't you use it?
You know what I'm saying? So I'm going in with knowing the answers to Getsy before he asks. I don't need you to tell me whether or not you have that package anymore. I know that you have a short yardage jumbo or package ready, but now you're not using it. So it was also to show people like, wait a minute, it's not just Justin Fields.
Right.
It's not just Justin Fields. Right. That's the thing that I'm trying to get people to understand. It's not just him. Yes, he's culpable in many aspects of this game.
Right.
But it's not just him. Like he's handcuffed when you it's like third and you heard me ask him with the pitch, the this, the that, the this, all the other third. Man, all those things, how much easier would it have been just to turn around, have an offensive lineman in motion, a fullback, turn around, hand it off to him, get the first down. It would have been much easier for him.
Right.
But it was, so it was funny. I get a lot of trolls coming out and this and that.
They're gonna again. You're gonna miss. They're gonna miss the point because again, if you never had the headset on, you never call. You had a call sheet in your hand. Hell, it's not even that hard. You don't have to have a call sheet. Haven't held a call sheet. If you watch football for any significant amount of time, right? You know what I'm saying? And even the fans have been saying it. We've been getting too cute in those moments. And you really asked Justin really to set up the follow-up question for Luke. So now, like you said, you can go on Wednesday or Thursday and say, hey, Luke, you know what I'm saying? I asked Justin on Sunday after the game, did you have XYZ packages in for these fourth down, blah, blah, blah. And now there's no way out for him when answering that question. I thought it was great. I thought it was a point of probably when an earthquake, I don't have the word for it right now, moment when it comes to the media game, because that's a whole nother part of this whole Bears thing, right? And I'm gonna put it out there last night, Shawn, because me and you've been talking about, potentially getting together to do something. You know what I'm saying? I've been like trying to weigh out. Last night was it for me, bro. Last night was it for me. I was like, okay, that's my guy. You know what I'm saying? Because listen, that's my whole objective in doing this Bears DIY media thing was to bring the fans more understanding, but also create a platform that created pressure for the beat room and make things more difficult for them in terms of understanding football, to ask the right football questions, that in a way that almost we can use peer pressure as fans, right? We can use peer pressure as fans and media to demand the type and style of play that we want to see in Chicago. We should be using it, but we can't do that with the traditional media because they don't know what questions to ask. So shout out to you, man. Y'all better look forward to it. I'm just saying it right now. Shawn ain't agreed to nothing, but I'm saying we're going to be doing some more stuff in the future. So that's what it is. I'm inviting myself to the party.
Apparently you just did. I like it. I like it. You know what? And it's funny because like I'll talk to Justin again, but like I don't think, and I said it earlier, like I don't think Justin understands. Like I'm the big Justin Fields advocate. In that it's either me or Herb. It's either me or Herb Howard fighting out for who wants Justin Fields to be, a phenomenal quarterback.
I'm gonna pause you right there, Shawn, too. I'm gonna say this. It's funny you mentioned Herb. Is you when it comes down to asking football questions, it's you and Herb, and then Adam is starting to do more football question stuff. That's it in the room. So when you start asking about football question and me really understanding the thought process behind the play calling and the game planning and the schematics, more information is relayed to the fans through people asking football questions. This is why I am campaigning for you guys in the chat, in the comments. You guys need to get on the Bears DIY media train, because think about it. It's Herb. Herb is it's Shawn in the sports zones. It's not the major outlets. You know what I'm saying? I'm not even going to plug myself in there. It's not the major outlets that's giving you guys the real information, that's asking the hard question. It's the guys that woke up one day and decided, hey, I'm going to get to the bottom of this. I'm going to start my own platform. I'm going to do my own thing. I'm telling you, it's underappreciated, and it's changing the landscape of how we do media, sports media, and Bears media going forward. So, like I said, shout out to you, man.
Thank you, bro. But it is, and that's the thing, is that we come in and we have resumes. One of my guy, Harold, was like, you go talk your ish, let them know about your resume. We had, like, I'm not a regular reporter. I'm not a person who watches the game. I'm a person who's played the game, who's lived the game, who's coached the game. So my questions will come a little different. I'm coming from a different angle. I'm coming from a player and from a coach. So my questions are going to be different. And so that's what is so dangerous about DIY media, is that we have resumes.
Right.
All right. Some of us have good resumes. And I'm not saying some of the media does it. I'm not. What I'm saying is if you have now, it's more accessible for us.
Right.
All right. Because I'll put my 15 years of coaching, up with anybody.
Me too.
You know what I'm saying? Like I have no problem asking a question, because it's not a frivolous question. It's not a fanboy question. It's a legitimate question about what's going on here, because I see it as a coach. I see the deficiencies. I see what you should be doing.
Right.
I'm going to ask you about those.
Right. So to your point, imagine for the fans, a lot of a lot of the questions that we talk about on our individual shows or stuff. But imagine somebody, by Wednesday or Thursday. If I have a question, Shawn's my guy. Shawn's in the room. Hey, Shawn, on this particular play in the third quarter, it's third and whatever. You were in cover 2. It looks like you're in cover 2 zone or cloud coverage, blah, blah, blah. You know what I'm saying? What happened here? When you can give them specifics and make them come out with real answers, that's what the fans want. That's what you guys should be wanting. That's what you guys should be promoting. One of the things that drive me nuts, right? I call it the preacher syndrome. It's the preacher syndrome. It's the mega church preacher syndrome. And what I mean by that is, you have these guys and they're telling the crowd what they want to hear, and because they're making life comfortable for you, they have a bigger platform. But you have these smaller guys that's out there changing your life and making your life better by speaking the truth on the subject, and they can't pack out their church with 20 people. You see what I'm saying? We gotta reverse the curse when it comes to, listen, do you want the facts? Do you want people that's gonna ask the tough questions, right? Or do you want just run-of-the-mill softball questions, or very macro level questions that really don't give you the details and the information what's happening behind the scenes, is as it without giving away our scheme and our strategies, right? There's a fine line with that too, right? But still,
Well, there's something. I hope we're.
So yeah, so that's what it's about for me, and that's why, I lean heavily, and that's why I appreciate, the Bears DIY media family, those that are doing it on a major level. Like I say, listen, me and Shawn talk off camera all the time about ball. Matter of fact, Shawn is one of those people that, when I'm questioning my own self, that I run things by to make sure that I'm not crazy. For example, the whole screen situation, and when we heard that it was RPO-ish that Luke Getsy mentioned. He said it's RPO-ish. Yeah.
Coach T, we'll let you get back on, and I definitely want you to finish that. But hey, listen, it's and truth be told, I get it. And they're like, oh well, that's a question for the coaches. That's a question for whatever. Is Baki, that's your name, sir? Good morning. Thank you for tuning in, Mr. Yasin. I appreciate it. You said what's up, Coach, and Shawn, new sub to the page.
Baki, my guy.
Appreciate it. I appreciate it. So that's the thing that's I like about it because of the fact that I do have, and if you,
we got access now. That's the thing, right? So to Shawn, what Shawn's trying to point out is we have access now, folks. We have access to the room now. You know what I'm saying? The football minds, so to speak. And again, it's not to shade anybody, but the football minds have access to the media room now, and they can ask poignant questions, specific questions about the details to provide the fans some kind of feedback as to what they're doing with that. And I'm trying to predict what my buddy is gonna say on the other side of this. But I know you got another guest, Shawn. I just want to hop out, say Merry Christmas to y'all, Merry Christmas to the fan base, all of y'all out there, man. I appreciate y'all.
no, hey, you know what? I appreciate you, man. Thank you for coming on. Thank you for calling me. You know, and yesterday I appreciate it, man, and it means a lot.
I knew people was gonna be coming at your head, man. So I was like, let me
Yeah.
check on my boy.
Hey, like I said, man, ain't nobody scared over here, baby. I'm Southside boy, through and through. I ain't worried about it.
You know what I'm saying? No, hey, we got that too. We got that too. So you know, it is what it is.
Hey, don't let this higher education fool you, dog.
Right.
Don't let it fool you, people.
Yeah,
All right,
yeah.
let's not get it twisted because I went to Catholic school my whole life. Let's not get it twisted. All right.
Hey, like your boy Renzo said it in Trade Today. Which way you want it, dog? Closed casket.
Exactly. So, hey, thanks for coming on, Papa. I appreciate it, man, and we will talk soon. I appreciate it.
Absolutely, brother.
And Merry Christmas to you and the fam.
Absolutely, bro.
I know.
All right,
guy. That's Coach T. He's over on the Barroom Network now, and just a guy, man. And you know what? That's what I'm talking about. Like, he jumped on just because he wanted to have my back. You know, he called me yesterday just to have my back. He liked the question. You know, I appreciate that. All right, he didn't have to do that. All right? He didn't have to come back. He could have just stayed him afar, but like, that's my dude. Good question. But you know what? You step up, and then those are the people that you align yourself with. Those are the people that you keep close. You know what I'm saying? You keep those type of people close. You know, I'm big on listening to coaches and former players to further my knowledge, and that's what we're trying to do. And I mean, we're coaches. All right, we are coaches. So what do coaches do? Coaches are teachers. Coaches is another word for teaching. That's it. That's all it is. I'm teaching you how to play football. I'm teaching you the best way to play football. I'm teaching you the best way to play basketball. I'm teaching you the best way to play water polo. I'm teaching you the best way to play lacrosse. We are teachers. Is there Mercury retrograde? Is there a Mercury retrograde or something? I don't even know. But yeah, and again, Zabaki, thank you. I appreciate it. And you'll hopefully you learn a lot here. Hopefully you learn a lot. Hopefully my guy Chris see Sharp in the Mickey Ficky house. Good morning, Papa. Merry Christmas. And Merry Christmas to all of you guys, man. And Merry Christmas to all of you. All right, it's important. You know, I talk about family. All right, pictures. I didn't get pictures from last night, but we were at my aunt's house last night after the game. After I did all the the post game recap and everything, I met my mom over at my aunt's house. And man, let me tell you what, my mom hasn't been that happy in a long time. All right, we were with my aunt, my cousins, and it was yes, I would, Steve. Thank you. It was good. It's family, and then I know we're about sports, but also sports teams are a family, you know, and just enjoy it. Like today, after the show, I'm heading out to Elgin. All right, my cousin lives out there, and we do that often. We go out by her. Her dad, who passed away a few years ago, and my mom were siblings. All right, so my mom was one of 10, and she has one left. The sister's house. Where my aunt's house, who we were at last night. She's one of 10, and she only has one sibling left. So to be around family is important. All right. And, you know, I couldn't, she was just so happy yesterday. She won one of the little games. She got a little prize. It was great. All right. Spend it with your loved ones. All right. You can talk sports now, but spend it with your loved ones. And I tell you about it. Hey, a quick text here and there. Hey, just thinking about you. Have a great day. Just thinking about you. You'd be surprised how much a text from somebody that you love means to you. Think of someone that you haven't talked to in a while. And, if you got a text from them today and they said, hey, man, I just want to wish you a Merry Christmas. I'm over here with the fam, but I just want to take time out to say what's up and Merry Christmas. How would that make you feel? Like, oh, damn, dude, that's cool. Because it's always nice when people are thinking about you. The old saying, it's good to be, it's nice to be important, but it's more important to be nice. And, I'm very big on family, very big. And so, but I digress. Again, Merry Christmas to people who just tuned in. I'm excited. We got Eric coming on in a couple of minutes. We're going to take a quick break. But, my question to, that was the purpose of the question. Like, I want Bears players to know, okay, that there's some people in here in the press room, all right, asking real questions. There's some people in the press room who know football. There's some people in the press room who see and literally can dissect and are asking legitimate football questions. Not, what were you thinking going through that? Give me your emotions, and those are good questions. But if you ask someone, let me tell you, if you ask someone, like I'll do it more often, but I'll say, hey, listen, I said, on that touchdown pass to whoever. All right, Justin, on the touchdown pass to whoever, it was man coverage. How soon did you know it was man, and how did you do? So when you tell them that, it lets oh shit, this guy knows. Okay. And they gain respect because they know, okay, this guy ain't full of shit. This guy isn't just trying to tear me down. This guy isn't trying to get a story, get a quote. Like, okay, he knows football. And the answers that they give you will be a lot more real, a lot more entertaining. But let's take a quick break. On the other side of the break, we're going to welcome our guy, Eric. All right. Eric Kramer, former Chicago Bears quarterback. I'm fired up. I'm going to ask him about his thoughts yesterday. And trust me, I am not absolving Justin of his mistakes in the areas that he needs to work on. I'm not absolving him of that at all. I just think that when you listen, coaching, what did I just say coaching was? Coaching is teaching. When you don't have somebody to teach you properly and stay on you and demand the best from you, you're left to your own devices. I want to see an experienced offensive coordinator with Justin and watch him take off. I'm telling you, Justin will be in the top 2-3 quarterbacks in the NFL if he gets a legitimate offensive coordinator, because there's nothing physically that he can't do. There's no quarterback in the NFL right now who can do more physically than Justin. None. Not with the arm strength, not with arm strength, not with the speed, not with the footness, not with the different arm angles, not the ability to drop it in a bucket or throw a 100-mile-an-hour fastball or throw a humpback line drive or get it on the out. There's nothing physically that there's nobody, any other quarterback in this NFL can do that Justin can't. So what we need to do is get him somebody who can pull the best out of him. Because if we do, this young man, it's going to be nasty. It's not going to be nice. The way Patrick Mahomes was not nice for a couple of seasons, that's going to be Justin for however long we have that offensive coordinator. Listen, let's take a break. On the other side, that was just Eric. I'll be out in a couple minutes. So don't go anywhere, folks. Keep it locked right here. Shawn and Maya in the morning on Sports Zone Chicago.
To run for 17, back he goes, here comes Chubb, there goes the ball, touchdown, Mooney! Jones will walk at the left tackle, time for Fields, now he'll accelerate to get the first down, great tackles, and he's off to the races, and we got a terrific block on that by Mooney!
For every generation, it has started with the call to serve. Discovering the purpose and the belonging earned with the title. Learning to dig deep and push through adversity together. Defending our nation and its people. It is a life of great worth and reward. But Marines are never really finished serving. Their commitment comes full circle, visible in communities across our country. This is Semper Fidelis, always faithful, always Marine, marking a path for the next generation.
So I've come up with the family emergency plan.
Great. What is it?
It's difficult to talk about, so I'm not telling you.
How will we know what to do?
You won't.
I'm so glad I won't have to remember anything.
And me too. Thanks for this, sweetie.
Talk to your kids about who to call, where to meet, what to pack. Search Ready Kids at nyc.gov or call 311.
This year, my mom got me the perfect bag for back to school.
These colorful binders help me stay organized.
These headphones are just what I need for studying.
These new sneakers are just what I need for the new year.
This jacket is a real must-have.
My parents got me the skateboard I wanted. It's pretty cool.
These scissors really come in handy in art class. These colored pencils, too.
These new socks, they can be a real lifesaver.
And I finally got my own phone to stay in touch with my mom.
From that ACL tear, Kyler Murray on third. From that ACL tear, Kyler Murray on 3rd and 4, airs it out for Rondale Moore on the sideline, and it's incomplete. Working against Kyler Gordon. In the fourth quarter, that's been the problem for Chicago as Herbert gets the carry, and again, Khalil Herbert finds some room.
Personnel like this, 22 personnel.
Jones, the motion man, Fields with time, floats it for Cole Kmet, who pulls it in at the 48-yard line. Chicago. And Fields on a design quarterback run with a good block in front. Fields down the sideline, tiptoes his way out of bounds near the 10-yard line. 2nd down and goal. Khalil Herbert, the running back. And Herbert the carry. Trying to get to the edge. He does. Does he have speed to get to the end zone? He does! It's a Bears touchdown!
Back to Shawn and Maya in the morning on Sports Zone Chicago. Those clips courtesy of Fox. Those were the boys yesterday. Those were the boys. That's what I'm talking about. I like it a lot. Good win. Not perfect. Not pretty. But it's a good win. And believe you me, I'll take it. I am not giving it back. That's for damn sure. And I like to see this. All right. And I like to see. I would have liked to see more, but I like to see this. You saw Khalil Herbert. You saw Justin Fields yesterday. Now they just need to build. They just need to keep building. All right. And guys, it's Monday morning. I know it's Christmas. Again, Merry Christmas for all those who just came in late or just recently. I want to say Merry Christmas to you and your families. But you know what time it is. It's time for our man, Eric Kramer.
This segment of Shawn and Maya in the Morning, Monday Morning Quarterback with Eric Kramer, is sponsored by Goal Mental Wellness, Inc. Because your life is calling. Goal, get out and live. Because life is too short.
I can feel the blood creeping up from the heathens. Got will, got fight, got pride, got reason. If they wanna go eat, then you know I'm gonna feed them. If you're coming for me, hope you're ready for a demon. I got eyes in the back of my head, I'm seeing. Take me for granted and you know I'm leaving. I'ma take what's mine with the webs I'm weaving. I could take this crowd from seeing to believing. Got a taste for blood and my tongue keeps bleeding from the words I spit. So sharp, so freezing, so
What's up? Merry Christmas, buddy. How are you?
That's right. Merry Christmas. How's everybody?
Man, things are good, buddy. Things are good. How's it out there in on the left coast?
No snow on the ground still.
Hey, same here. We're at 52 degrees today. Believe it? I was like, what?
Right. Yeah, I get it, man. It's sweeping the country. Good weather.
Yes, it is. And what else is good is the Bears win yesterday. You know, it wasn't pretty. There were some good things. But talk to me a little bit about let's talk about that game. Let's talk about this offensive line yesterday. All right. This offensive line gave up or not gave up. They provided the way for 250 yards. It was 150. Oh, juice.
It was 220, 230, something like that. Yeah.
Yeah. On the ground. 40. They rushed the ball for 39 times. This is what we're talking about. Like how you, here we go. Sorry, I had to pull it up. Yeah, 39 for 250. Talk about that. And Khalil Herbert, who is back finally, he seems like he's 100%.
Great to see, isn't it? I mean, so if you're going to run the ball down someone's throat like they did, and if your quarterback is half of that yardage, which he was, then you're going to put so much pressure on the defense is what we saw. So the touchdown pass by Justin Fields was off of play action. Mm-hmm. And the touchdown run was actually a called pass play where he scrambled and went in and touched. That's kind of everybody envisions this is how the Bears should look every week, and they should. And so it was, like you said, it wasn't start to finish perfect, but they did score, 27 and only gave up 16. And so that's a good winning formula. That means you're making more good decisions than bad across the board for everybody. So guys are stepping up and making plays. Now, I know Kyler Murray didn't get sacked or maybe got sacked a couple times, but the fact that there was not a lot of yards after the catch for the receivers. And I just think it was a very good performance based on what we said all season. This is a good, young, developing Bears team who beat a team that hasn't won a lot of games in the Cardinals and really isn't very good. And so they did what they were supposed to do, which is nice to see.
Yeah, and that's they did exactly what they were supposed to do, and I like it. All right, because if they didn't, well, first of all, I wouldn't have been upset because that draft position, I think, okay, get the Cardinals down a little more, get the Washington Commanders back into that 3 spot. It works a little better for me, but I'll take the win under protest. But I'll take the win. But no, it was good to see. You got the running game going. You got the passing game going a little bit. Unfortunately, DJ Moore was hurt early. But I mean, the guy's a trooper. He came back and he had a couple of key catches. He wasn't going to run away from anybody, but you know what? His route running is pristine. So he was able to make a couple of catches, move the chains in that. And talk to me about what that shows these younger guys when you got a guy like that who's like, no, I can't stay out. I need to play.
That's what everybody in that locker room, that's what the fans have been seeing ever since he became a Chicago Bear, right? And so he's a true professional. He's, in my opinion, a very underutilized player because there's so much more he probably can do than what he's being allowed to. But that speaks to his character. And again, you can't have too much of that. So, yes, he's a shining example of he doesn't care what the score is, who they're playing, how many wins they have or don't have. And he's going to come out and play, which is exactly what everybody should be doing.
Yeah. Should be is the operative phrase there. One of the guys, Cornelius, says, ask Eric if he believes that Justin is being coached properly.
Hard to say because, I think everybody has kind of lost faith in Luke Getsy. which means you've kind of. I've never had faith. I don't even know who they have as a quarterback coach. I know his name, or at least
Janoko. He came over he stayed over with from the last regime, so he's new.
Whatever. I'm just saying, like, I'm not impressed with what I'm seeing, but I am impressed with what Justin Fields has done since his now return from injury. And I love the way that, he's making decisions, being accurate with the throws. He's, I think, found not found, but continued to find Cole Kmet as being a downfield threat, because that's the guy who, after a scramble, he did find, and Cole Kmet's going to go up for the ball now. And to me, he's got the size and speed to be a great threat, like Jason Kelce when he gets the ball in his hands. But I think, to the point of, is Justin Fields being coached properly? Probably the answer is no, because I'm not a big believer in this offense. I've seen too much over an extended period of time to know that scheme-wise, they are not putting themselves in a good position across the board. And that means not just in the passing game, the running play, the way plays are designed, the sequence of plays and how they're called. I'm not a big fan.
I don't know if you heard. So yesterday, I'm blowing up on the internet and Bears Twitter because I asked Justin a question, and I asked him about if they have any jumbo packages and whatnot, and and take a look at it. Let me know what you think, because I did it for a couple of reasons. One, I wanted to dual reason. One, I wanted to show like, look, if we have this particular type of package, but we're not using it, then it's not my fault. Like, I have to run what's called. But two, I also wanted to put it in his head, because they do. You have to incorporate your quarterback, right? Like, what are you thinking here? What are you thinking here? Third and here, we're coming out, our backs against the end zone. We're going in. You have to incorporate your quarterback, right? So here's a question. Check it out and let me know. Give me your thoughts. Hold on. I don't know if you heard that. Let me rewind it.
I didn't.
Here.
This year.
Uh-oh. Oh, goodness. What is this, Mercury retrograde or something?
The outfit's nice. I like that. Uh-oh.
Dude, Eric. I am so sorry, man. I don't even know what the heck happened. It's a crazy internet. But that was the question, and he's like, well, I said, because I told him, I said, you got the tush push, you got this, you got the jet sweeps, you got all this cute stuff. Do you have anything that you just line up and smack somebody in the mouth, like, get 1 yard? And he was like, he says, well, we do have it, we just didn't run it. I'm gonna leave it at that. And I was like, okay. I was like, all right. And he's like, and it was funny. He's like, if I ever get a positive question out of you, it'll make my day. And he was joking, but I'm like, it's not that it wasn't positive. It's like, there's things that we need to do that, like, I wanted to know if he's, how much he's able to give input, because all this 3rd and 1 and short and 1 stuff. And I mean, I know Bears fans are pissed. The tush push and you don't get it. The pitch you don't get. The this you don't get. Like, how about you just line up and smack someone in the mouth? How about you bring extra beef in? And I told him, I said, Arizona number 69, he reported eligible 4 times in the game. 4 times. Well, we don't have something like that. so people, obviously Twitter trolls came at me. That's something for the coach you should ask, and this and this. And I'm like, well, I don't have access to Getsy. Right? I don't have access to the guy who calls the plays. But also, if I do get access to him, I can say, okay, so apparently you have this. Why haven't you used something like this all season? You know what I mean? I really wish it would have played, because I really wanted you to hear that. You know what? Let me try it one more time, because
all right.
Let's try it. Let's try it. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work.
It'll be like the Bears offense.
Eric, you're quick this morning, my man. You were quick. All right, here we go. Let's see if you can hear it.
This is kind of like the old Netflix days when things would buffer, and kind of just circle around for half hour before you.
So you're not able to hear this? Shoot.
No.
Ah, damn it. He was talking. Okay.
I get your point, though. It's a fair question to me. And because you look at some of these offenses like San Francisco's or some of the better ones, and they make you spend every inch of the field out there, including what's between the tackles. And when you have to get it, like in Philly, as you mentioned, when it's third and probably under 3, they're getting a first down with the quarterback sneak. And I love it. I love that there are some teams that are so good at what they do, even if you know it's coming, even if you told them the snap count it's coming on and where it's going.
Yes. Thank you. Thank you.
You got it?
No, I'm saying thank you. It's the mentality. It's 3rd and 1. We're running right here. Stop it if you can. That's the mentality I want, that the Eagles have, that the Niners have. That's the mentality that I want our Bears to get. Okay, it doesn't come. Rome wasn't built in a day, but you do it once and it works. And all of a sudden, the offensive lineman gets a little more confident. And you do it again, and all of a sudden, the offensive line gets a little more confident. You do it again, a fullback and the offensive lineman get a little more confident. And next thing you know, toward the middle of the season, end of the season, there's nowhere on this field that we can't get 1 yard. And because that's here. Yeah. And we don't have that yet, but it's got to start somewhere. And it hasn't started with us. And that's my biggest issue, Eric. Like when we go to play, when I went to play, like I didn't want to beat you. I wanted to embarrass you, so the next time we played, you remember that.
Uh-oh. We're gone again.
Eric, it's got to be Mercury retrograde, but you get my point. Like I'm a little.
And that would have been the way to answer the question, right? I mean, we want to have the mentality, and we're building toward it. Maybe not there yet, but this is what we want to have. And like you said, everybody can see you're not there yet, but that's what you want to build towards.
This defense did a phenomenal job yesterday of corralling and kind of keeping under control Kyler Gordon, because that son of a gun is short, he's fast, he's quick, he's elusive. He did a good job. Talk to you about the defensive line and the way that they were able to kind of keep him under control most of the game.
Well, that's how you have to pass rush, and run contain a quarterback like that, is when you get to his level, you can't keep running past it. So you got to squeeze up the field, but then from the outside in, but then you also got to get pressure up the middle. And I think that's what the Bears did a good job of. I mean, there weren't 8 sacks, but you're not going to sack a guy like that a bunch of times. Mm-hmm. But if you can make him uncomfortable, and if you can make the throws he does make and the passes he does complete, if you can make those not a lot of run after the catches, and that's what the Bears effectively did, other than the one play to the guy, that evaded everybody in the fourth quarter and got in the end zone and got the last touchdown. Other than that, that's what that day was. And so, yeah, I thought the game plan going in, anytime you can hold an NFL team to 16 points and most of the game, I mean, till the fourth quarter, it was 10. I think that's a pretty good effort.
Yeah, I was happy. I asked Montez Sweat that, and he said the same thing. He's like, you can't get too crazy with your rushes, and then he also mentioned the fact that I asked him about Billings and the guys in the middle. He's like, well, that helps. That definitely helps. When you collapse the pocket from the middle, like the quarterback, that's where they escape. They step up and out, and if you can't step up, and he said that was a big help. It helped him. So that was, I think that was a great job. The DBs again were man, they're growing before our eyes. I mean, now is Smitty. Now it's Terrell Smith yesterday with a couple of great plays. They're really cultivating and developing these cornerbacks from Smitty, Tyreek Stevenson to Jalen Johnson to Kyler Gordon. Talk to me about how important and having that depth and but having all those cornerbacks with a level of confidence. Because I asked Tyreek Stevenson yesterday, I was like, "Where's your confidence?" They said, "You're a rookie. They used to pick on you. Now you're making plays." And he was like, "Man, he goes, my confidence has never gone anywhere. It's been there." What are you expecting a guy from Miami, right? And but they're playing with.
I think they have classes in cockiness there.
But talk to me about how important and how great that is that we have literally 4 or 5 good cornerbacks that are ready to make plays when called upon.
Well, you can see this. So it's every season's lengthy. Now they've added 17 games out of the regular season, which was an already long season. Then you get in the playoffs, and every year you're going to have players that go down at one point or another. So to have 4 or 5 significantly very well, they don't just cover well, they tackle well. And if you remember last year, Kyler Gordon couldn't tackle or cover anybody. And then he started coming on late in the season, and that's what's happening. And some of these young guys are coming on now. And they're all at the Jalen Johnson. He's like the oldest, right? He's been
Fourth
around
year.
Like 4 years. So when you've got a combination of cornerbacks and safeties that can do all those things, I mean, and then as we're seeing, you build the front half of this defense. They can get pressure on the quarterback and stop a running game. That's kind of the formula for being a very good defense, which I think we can all see is happening.
Yeah, and I love it because if for whatever reason, like these guys are making plays. We talked about the diving interception last week from Stevenson. Like, first of all, it was a late ball. When I saw, I was like, he's like, he got. Actually, Mark Sanchez like, he got him. And I was like, oh, shit, here it is. And all of a sudden, out of nowhere, it's like, here comes Tyreek Stevenson with the pick. It's going to go a long way next year because they're going to come into next year and depending on who we get. All right, if we go get, I'd say like a Danielle Hunter, or we go get another edge, or we get imagine how much better it's going to make the back end, the third level, and they're already pretty damn good. I'm really looking forward to that next year because there's not going to be any receiving core that they're afraid of. Not that they're afraid of them now, but they're going to be like, no, let them throw the ball. All right, we got it.
Yeah, as we've been talking about, that combination of when you're containing the run and you're forcing them to throw, third downs become 3rd and 8 or longer, and then now the success rate is going to go way down. You want to keep them
3rd and long because now they're passing. Now Montez Sweat can pin his ears back. Now you can go get him. Now you can bring a little bit of a blitz or extra pressure because
that's the formula for all winning teams, right? I mean, you play with the lead, and then when you've got a lead, their team's got to throw because you've shut down their run, and they're not going to. You can only score 1 touchdown at a time,
right?
And so if you're always playing with a lead, and you got a pass rush and coverage guys go with it. I mean, that's the formula for winning. And obviously the offense has to do their part, but if we're just talking defense, that's the formula, I think, in the track that the Bears are on right now.
Let's look to next week. Next week we have our last home game of the season. The ATL, the Falcons from the ATL Atlanta come to town. They're not in a good spot either. They have a good running back in Bijan Robinson, but he's pretty much all that they have. How do you see this thing going next week? Again, we're trying to get another 2-game winning streak going. Modest as it may be, these wins add up. And I mean, so now it's 4 of the last 5. They start to add up. If you take out that 0-for-4 start, it's not a bad season. It's not a bad season at all if you take out that 0-4 start.
Right. And if you also add in that the confidence that a team ends the season playing with goes a long way into the next offseason and then the season, because as players, you want to win every game you play in. And so now lately, the Bears have been executing. They haven't been blowing fourth quarter leads. And everyone got a little nervous there this past game.
Yeah.
At least I did for Arizona, but they sealed that out. And so when you close out a game consecutively, 2, 3, 4 games in a row, even if you don't make the playoffs, you start to know internally that you're starting to realize your own potential, not just you personally, but those around you. And I think that gives you a lot of confidence going into the offseason, which, it's great. I love the Bears have the number 1 overall pick. I don't care where this second pick comes. It's not. There's no trade-off. I would rather win all the games remaining, draft where you draft, and then go from there.
Yeah, me too. I don't care if it's 6, 7, 8, 9, because if that's the case, that means we're winning. And people may not understand. There's no substitute for confidence. There's no substitute for belief in oneself. There's no substitute for belief in your teammates. There's no substitute for that. There's no draft pick that's gonna make it. That's got to be built and forged over time. And yeah, even though they lost to Cleveland last week, guess what? There's you put them all together. 4 out of 5 games that the team tried to come back and you stop them. 4 out of 5 games, you know what I mean? And all of a sudden that, no one's perfect. Okay, so but you'll take 4 out of 5 because how long ago, it wasn't very long ago, that 4 out of 5 they would have come back and beaten us. So now all of a sudden the pendulum is swinging to the other side, and they're starting to feel it. They're starting to feel it. We're starting to see it, and that's what is us seeing the confidence of them and just the attitude and the bravado starting to grow. And man, there's nothing like confidence in this game.
You're right. And if you don't mind, on this podcast, I'd love to get a shout out to my Lions. 30 years it's been since they won the division.
1993, yes.
It was the NFC Central. Now it's the NFC North. There's one less team, but still great accomplishment. That's a long time coming, man. And I saw something this morning where Dan Campbell was just fired up, as the rest of the team was. And a lot of those guys that are on this current team weren't even alive back then.
Weren't born,
and so there's a lot of that going on in Chicago. When they get theirs turned around too, it's going to feel the same way. It's great to see someone that hasn't won and been futile, really, for a long time, and then now come back, and it's just, I'm so happy for them.
3 decades, Eric. 3 decades, literally 30 years.
Yeah.
93 to 23. It was that's when I graduated college. I graduated college in that. My goodness. Yeah. But man, you know what? Yeah, congratulations to them. They deserve it. They earned it, and I'm it's unfortunate they're in our division, but I get it. It's also because it's always, I like underdogs. I like guys who've gone through struggles, and they finally, you talk about perseverance. That is the epitome of perseverance. 30 years between division titles. Yeah, it is a good story. That's all right. And we'll knock them off.
That's a great story about believing in what you're doing and keep honing it. Because look at the start to their season last year, where they were 1-6 or 7 or 8 or whatever the heck it was, and they hung in there and finished off strong. And now you see the fruits of all the guys that have been there all this time, and finally getting not only just over that hump, but they're going to be over that hump for a long time.
Yeah, I told you before, that Dan Campbell dude, he's a leader, man. He is a legitimate leader. He's got these guys believing in themselves. He's got them believing in each other, and he's a real deal, man, and he's a former player, so he's a football guy. He's a football guy, and you know what? Players like playing for football guys because they understand. All right, there's just a different aura about a football guy, and he is the epitome of a football guy. I'm surprised he doesn't go over like chewing tobacco to his press conferences. You know what I mean? That's the kind of guy he is, and you know why? He's real. He's authentic. He's not. Yeah, and when and players know you can spot bullshit. Players know. Oh, he's full of it. He's full of it. No, and he's not. He's full of himself and honesty, and that's it. No pretenses, no nothing, and they love him. So good for them. Congratulations for them. It's been a long time coming, and we'll see how well they do in the playoffs. So we'll see. Eric, great stuff, buddy. I appreciate it as always. Do me a favor, let everyone know where they can find you online.
Always at EK Pass. I'll be sitting there.
Excellent. You go check out my page, my Twitter handle. A whole bunch of trolls now today. I was laughing. You
gotta earn your way to be troll. So congratulations on that.
All right, that's my breakout moment, I guess. Hey, Eric, Merry Christmas to you and the family. Enjoy it out there. Try not to get sunburned out there in California.
Right.
Okay.
Christmas Day. I'll do what I can. Merry Christmas.
All right, thank you. Right now, guys, that's Eric Kramer, former Chicago Bears quarterback, talking Bears football with us. And listen, Cornelius, yeah, AC Adam, good morning, Papa. How are you? Merry Christmas. Let's not get it twisted, my man. Be nice from the left coast, baby. That's what I'm talking about. It's early for you, 8:30. I like it. Listen. It wasn't a great win. Okay, it wasn't a pretty win. There's a lot to be desired. There's a lot of points left on the board. The interception that Justin threw. Justin didn't see that corner. It was a man. The corner sank. He fell off his guy and got him. He's got to make a better throw. But let's not forget, they get paid too. They're professionals as well. Okay, and it was a great play by the cornerback. And as much as I'm a Bear fan, I want the Bears to win every game 136-0. All right. The other teams get paid too. They make plays. They have athletes as well. Justin learned, and he talked about it. He's like, yeah, it was just man coverage, and the corners, bailed off his guy, and because he had him beat. He said they collided in the middle of the field, and Khalil Herbert's guy was trailing. So he had him beat, and he got help. He got help from the cornerback who was in the flat with his guy and sunk and got deeper, and it happens. So there's 7 points, a minimum 3. That's a minimum 30. Then there's some other plays, and then like 3rd and 1s, 4th and 1s, like those type of things to keep drives alive. So, yeah, it's ugly win, but it's a win. And here's what happens when you start winning ugly. All right, people understand that that's the way you win. All right, my White Sox did it in 1983. That was their slogan: winning ugly. All right, you win it on a bunt, you win it on an error, you win it on a duck snort over the second baseman's head, you win it on a base hit, you win it on a home run, you win it on a balk, you win it in all these different ways you win, but you keep winning. And you keep stacking. And then what happens is people say, well, you lucked out. You lucked out here. You lucked out there. You lucked out here. You lucked out there. Well, you know what? And all of a sudden, all those lucked outs, they add up. See, like right now, all these bad things that are happening to the Bears, they're adding up. The missed block by Mooney last week, not yesterday, last week, on the 4th and 1 with Justin Fields. If he just literally bumps him, Justin Fields gets the first down easily. Okay? The pitch to Deontay Foreman. If Cole Kmet bumps Myles Garrett, just bumps him, shorten your split a half a step, just get a body on him. Just bump him. He doesn't come through, make the tackle, turnover on downs. Okay? All these little things. Tunyon dropping the ball. Scott, earlier in the season, dropping the ball. All these little things add up to big things. And at one point, they're not always going to go against you. It balances out. You don't believe me? Ask the Minnesota Vikings, where they have 7, 8 one-score games last year. Yeah, they're not there this year. So it balances out. So stay the course. Continue to work at the fundamentals, and I think they'll be fine. Because it's the law of averages. It's not going to happen. That block for Myles Garrett, that's not going to be missed all the time. And we're not even asking for a pancake. All you needed was a bump for him to take one step in the opposite direction, and then Chase, it's over. We get the first down. A bump by Darnell Mooney. Okay, a catch from Robert Tonyan. A catch from Darnell Mooney in the end zone, holding the ball. You have the ball. It's in and you drop it. All these little things that are going against us, they're going to start to go for us soon. But you got to believe. You got to believe. You know, one of the things that I really want to see, we need to see happen, and people talk about Justin Fields, and I was listening to the dude on the score this morning. He had, I don't know who the hell it was, one of their normal fill-ins and he was just so anti-Justin Fields. And it's so interesting how people don't value coaching. Justin Fields, he's horrible. He's this. He should learn. He should, in his third year, he should be this. His third year, he should be that. And this is breakout. Come on, man. And this is why people like us, like, I'm excited to get in that room and talk to people and spread people. And you get it because people, and here's the thing. Once you put it to somebody else's, put it in their profession. Put it in their profession. And see how they react. See how they react. It's a whole different story. It's a whole different story. Well, it's not about making X amount of dollars. It's about being coached and taught properly. You know, and my thing is this. Look at Cutler. Cutler was probably the best quarterback we had. But you got 6 offensive coordinators in 8 years. You keep changing up shit. You keep changing things up. Now, imagine your job. Go to your job, and every year it's changing. Every year you get a new manager. Every year this new manager wants you to do something different. Every single year. How efficient are you going to be? How efficient? Or the one year you have the same manager, or the one time you have the same manager for 2+ years, he's not a good manager. He doesn't pay attention to detail. It's a different story now. Imagine if you're a construction worker and you get a different foreman. You're with this company and you get a different foreman every year. Or you're a bricklayer and you get a different foreman, different boss every year, and he does something different every year. And you have to adjust every year. This is the situation, or you're being taught improperly. All of a sudden, now it's a little easier to see. And that's what's happened. And again, I'm not absolving Justin of his issues. No. But that's like getting mad at someone for doing what they're taught, or for not being coached or taught properly. Which is the reason that Getsy has to go. Which is the reason that they need a new offensive coordinator. You can't continue to get mad at a person who's being taught improperly. You're not using him. We all have skills. And if you base someone off of someone else's skills, they're going to be a failure. If you base a goldfish's ability to climb a tree, well, he's going to be stupid. He's going to be incompetent. He's also going to be dead because he's being out of the water now. But you follow me? Black Diamond, good morning, Papa. Merry Christmas. Ugly win yesterday. Yes, I'll definitely. You're damn right. I ain't giving it back. I am not giving that win back. Exactly. He got to go. You don't judge an elephant by his ability to climb a tree or his ability to swim fast, because that's not what he does. And for you to keep saying, well, he doesn't climb a tree very well. This elephant, come on, man. I'm showing this guy what to do. That's not what he does. I think they're keeping Justin. Come on, I'm down the ball. I see Ryan posted in the locker room yesterday. And I always catch Kevin Warren. He's getting driven on his little carts in the bowels. Like when we're waiting down there, we're getting down to get in the locker room. I always see Kevin Warren down there. And I think they're keeping Justin. I feel they're going to keep Justin and build. That first pick, where are we at? 96% chance that we get that first pick. Man, we trade that joker for a haul. 3 first-rounders and a player. I'll take 2 first-rounders and a player. Because that would be 3 first-rounders. There's a guaranteed first-rounder. And if Ryan Poles was smart, because we got I shouldn't say that. And I shouldn't say if he's smart. If he wants to get crafty, don't take the first pick, a first rounder next year. Take the second first rounder in 2025 and 2026. So now you're stacking, you're building. So maybe maybe we're good next year with the player and the first round this year. So we don't need 2 first round picks next year. But in 26, we're kind of missing this. Or here's another thing. Here's another thing I want to talk about. We'll finish the show with this. People have talked about, and there's a lot of rumors talking about Mike Tomlin. A lot of rumors talking about Mike Tomlin. The Steelers might be ready to move on from him, or the fact that they would trade him. Bring him this way. Bring him this way. The only thing that I want, I still need an offensive coordinator. As much as I love Mike Tomlin, get me a damn offensive coordinator. Mike Tomlin's a winner. Still hasn't had a losing season. Did they lose yesterday? I don't remember what the Steelers did yesterday. I don't remember. I think they won. So they're 7-7. They were Thursday. Yeah, they were Thursday. They don't have the scores. Come on, dude. Really? Here you go. Scores. Steelers. Yeah, Steelers beat the Bengals. AC Adam, thank you, Papa. Yep. Yeah, Cornelius. Yeah, you literally could set up the division. So you could have 2 first-round picks in 24, 2 first-round picks in 25, 2 first-round picks in 26. And we don't even know how whoever we're trading with now, if they're gonna be good. I mean, look, we got a first round, the number 1 overall pick last year. We have a great shot at having the number 1 overall pick this year because of Carolina, because we got their number 1. So what if we trade with Atlanta, or what if we trade with Washington, and they suck again next year, and we get their first, a top 3 pick, top 5 pick, in addition to our own? Yeah, Cornelius, this is a really good time for Ryan Poles. It's a great time for him. It's a great time for him. But this Mike Tomlin thing, if we could get him, I'd be ecstatic. This is a leader. But the thing that I need from that hire is a legitimate, proven veteran offensive coordinator who knows how to handle and how to coach a guy with Justin's skill set. Has to know how to coach someone with his skill set. Because the defense is there. The defense is there already. Now we need a couple pieces on offense. And most importantly, we need somebody to coach Justin Fields properly. You maximize his potential. Work on him with his reads. Jim Caldwell he's a very good candidate, Black Diamond. He's a very good candidate. But my question, does he want to jump back into the head coaching ranks? Who's going to be his quarterback coach? Who's going to be the dude to call the plays, call his system when he leaves? If he wants to leave. That's what we got to find out. That's why I told you my guy is Greg Roman. I don't anticipate him looking for a head coaching gig, which means he'll be here 3 or 4 years, maybe 5. And it's not. Yeah, he's going to be gone, Janako. He's going to be gone. And it's not that, Ken Davis and I had talked. He's like, why are you afraid? Because not that I'm afraid. I don't want the continuity disrupted. All right? I don't want that disrupted. AC, stop it. You are making too much sense. Stop it. Stop it. And truth be told, I think that's why they haven't fired Getty to begin with. I don't know if Janako is familiar with calling the plays. It's a whole other thing to know the plays. It's a whole other thing to call a game. When I was coaching at Midwest Prep, the prep school, we were coaching, we had a JV college schedule. The one game, I was my second year in the system there, and the head coach got COVID. And they're like, okay, Shawn, well, you call the plays. I was like, okay. I'm like, but I don't feel real comfortable. I know I can tell you what I want here. I want inside zone, cool. I want they're gonna cover 2. I got a cover 2 beater here. I got an X route here. I gotta go here. I got a deep curl and that I know, but I don't know the actual terminology for getting those receivers around those routes. And so the coach came and he called the game. He called the game, and he was just away from everybody. He was like 20 yards down from everybody. Quarterback came to like 10 yards on the sideline. He come in, like he call a play, and I was it's difficult. It's difficult. So I don't know if and I think that's truth be told. I don't know how proficient Janako would be in calling plays, which is why I don't think they fired. I don't think they fired him to this point. Want to hear something funny? One of my coaches just texted me from that staff. Yeah, AC. I don't know if Janako is familiar enough to call a game. We'll see. But I'll take the win. What are you guys looking for next week? All right. The Atlanta Falcons are coming in. And this is where it gets frustrating because think if they beat Cleveland, had they beat Cleveland, man, like you know what? Come on, wrong one. You beat Cleveland. Look at the run we're on. Remember, I told you they could win out. I'm like, yeah, I can win out. I lost the bet to Ken Davis. Okay, but you would have had the Cardinals win, the Cleveland win, the Detroit win, the Minnesota win. That's 4 in a row. The Detroit win, which we should have had there, that's 5 in a row. Carolina win, that's 6 in a row. That's a whole nother story. But here's how we could finish out. We could finish the win against Minnesota, win against Detroit, the loss against Cleveland, the win against Arizona, the win against Atlanta, and if we can beat the Packers, we finished 5-1. Our last 6 games, 5-1. You talk about going into next season. You finished your season on a 5-1 run. Come on. Now we're cooking with gas. This is exactly what we want. But I need Justin Fields to play better. I need wide receivers to stop being so damn sensitive. Darnell Mooney, we need you. Tyler Scott, we need you. Which is why we have to draft Marvin Harrison Jr. or another stud. DJ Moore can't do this all by himself. He cannot. He needs help. And Darnell Mooney's been a big disappointment. Tyler Scott's been a big disappointment. Velus Jones has been a big disappointment. Damn, we got to get somebody opposite him. Because if we do, because here's how I see it playing out. If we get a Marvin Harrison Jr., we get the kid from Washington. If we get the kid from LSU, all right? In 3 years, DJ Moore will be 29, 30. Okay? Yeah, DJ Moore contract. Oh, he doesn't have them. I think we got 2 years left with him. Yeah, after 25. So we got 24 and 25. He'll only be 28. He will only be 28. So 24, 25. That'll be the first of the 4-year contract for the rookie. At 26, he'll be a free agent. You could sign Darnell DJ Moore for another 2 years, 3 years. He'll be 29, 30. So 26 will be 29. In 2026, he'll be 29. 2027, he'll be 30. Or 1 year to whatever. But now the Marvin Harrison Jr., Neighbors from LSU, now they're ascending. Now, after the 3rd year, they're ready to take over. So now you have 2 stud number 1 receivers. It's 2. So right as one is starting to hit that magical mark, the declining mark of 30 years old, guess what? The other one is taken off to be the number 1. Same thing had happened with Marvin Harrison and Reggie Wayne. Same thing. Listen, guys, 2 hours has come and gone. Thank you for joining me today. Merry Christmas again to you and your loved ones. Bear down, Bears victory, House Music Monday. That's what I'm talking about. Enjoy it with your loved ones. Please do. All right, let's not forget. All right, it's about giving. It's about seeing the other people smile. I was happy as a pig in slop when I saw my mom yesterday at my tia's house. And she was just laughing and laughing and laughing. She won a little game. She got a little prize. It was just great. All right, these are the moments. These are the moments that we live for. All right, to see our loved ones, for your kids, your grandkids, to see them having a good time, to see them laughing and smiling and eating and, and singing if you do karaoke or, whatever. Just enjoy it. Family is important. I want to wish you guys a very, very Merry Christmas. All right. Happy New Year. If I don't see, I'll most likely see all of you. All right. But if I see you on Wednesday, and then Friday again. But to everybody here, Merry Christmas from everyone here at Sports Zone Chicago. Be safe, enjoy, and man, these are at one point these are just going to be memories. So it's important that we really, 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 really enjoy these times. All right, guys, let me get out of here. I'm getting hungry, so I gotta get a little something to eat because I gotta head to Elgin to hang out with my cousin. We're gonna do that. We do that every year, so I'm excited about it. Lavette Lee, thank you, Ma. Merry Christmas to you too. Merry Christmas to everybody here in the chat. AC Adam, Merry Christmas. Cornelius, Merry Christmas. Black Diamond, Merry Christmas. I said AC Adam, Merry Christmas. Oh man, Junior, Merry Christmas. You, Patty, Mondo, Monica, Dito, Jeremiah. Good morning. Merry Christmas to them. Be nice on the left coast. Merry Christmas. All right, Brian Hendren, Merry Christmas. Michelle Walls, Merry Christmas. Bill is a new guy. Merry Christmas to you as well. All the friends of Sports Zone Chicago, thank you very much. Derek Carter, thank you. Baki Yassin, thank you. New subscriber, thank you very much, Papa. I appreciate it. Merry Christmas. And or whatever it is you celebrate, guys. All right. We all don't celebrate Christmas. All right. And if you do, Merry Christmas, happy holidays, happy Hanukkah, happy Kwanzaa, happy Festivus. All right. Whatever. I want to thank Coach T for coming on this morning, getting on here. I appreciate it. Chris, Merry Christmas to you too, Papa. I appreciate it. J2K, Merry Christmas. I appreciate it. My man, Harold Warner, St. Rita, one of St. Rita's finest. Thank you very much for tuning in. And Merry Christmas to you as well. And everybody here, the Sports Zoners. Get it. I appreciate the love and support. And we're gonna have some new stuff. We got some new stuff on the horizon. It's gonna be Sports Zone Chicago's moving onward and upward, always forward, never back. All right, so for everybody here, for Elliot Baez, for Clarence Council, for Maya, for my guy Steve, guys, I'm your boy, the SuperBack, Shawn Sierra. Merry Christmas. I will see you on Wednesday. Same bad time, same bad channel, 9 a.m. to 11 Central Time. Folks, I'm out.